for over 100 years, we've been supporting businesses with our financial services. Our centenary celebration, we wanted to do something slightly different. So we thought, we know that, entrepreneurship is one of the main drivers of growth in this economy. And we wanted to be a little bit more intentional in supporting that space. So we thought, let us create a platform that will give young entrepreneurs who are doing amazing things, let's give them visibility. Let's give them structured support that will help them move their business to the next level. So that's what the program was all about.
He's a whoa, turn around. Turning point, yeah. He's a turnaround. Hello and welcome to Springboard with Virtual University. My name is Albert Ocran. Welcome you to Ghana's foremost developmental program and that place where the greatest minds in the world converge. Springboard is brought to you by the Springboard Roadshow Foundation in partnership with the Enterprise Group MTN Ghana and the Ghana Growth Program, a collaboration between Mastercard Foundation and Springboard. Our media partners, Joy 99.7 FM, Joy News Television, the graphic newspapers, and the Springboard channel on YouTube. Today is the week after the showdown. It's been an incredible journey, starting with 1,000+ young people expressing interest in the Enterprise Spotlight, trimmed down to 468 that met all the criteria, and 24 finalists ready for the big cash. At the end of last week, we had 3 overall winners out of the 10 super finalists. Today, I have one of them in the house, Bridget Eshun, the founder of Del Soil. Bridget.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you very much, sir.
Tell me, did you sleep that night?
Oh, I couldn't. How can you even sleep? If you were in my shoes, would you have been able to sleep?
Well, I want to be in your shoes. Put me in your shoes. The shout, even when you made that last choice, selecting the final 10
right
out of the 24. Interestingly, contestant number 23 and 24, one will go through.
Exactly.
And you were holding the card. We could see, you couldn't see.
Yeah.
And then we said the 10th finalist, the last finalist to enter the van is, and you turned it.
Yes.
That shout, what did it mean?
The shout of victory.
Oh, Jerry. Your victory was somebody else's disappointment. All your thoughts will come to you very shortly,
Sure.
but we also have in the studios our friends from Enterprise Group that made it possible, and we are joined on set by the group head of Communications and Synergies. She's been in the engine of this entire production from the very first day till the ultimate triumph of literally every young person in business. I'm joined by Phyllis Woode-Nartey. Phyllis, describe that whole experience, a 2-year journey in one word. Exhilarating. Charlie, I have to get a dictionary for that one. I think that will describe it. It's nothing like I've ever experienced before. And I don't think, even as we were conceptualizing it, we actually thought that it would be this moving. So for you, I mean, and that's why your eye, we must lend your eye to all our viewers and all our listeners, because you have perspective that even Bridget does not have. I mean, she came on 2 years after. Let's start from the very conception or the inception. What did the Enterprise Group have in mind in initiating this whole idea? Okay, so we've been around for over 100 years, right? So this is our 102nd year, actually. So for over 100 years, we've been supporting businesses with our financial services. For our 100th year, we wanted our centenary celebration. We wanted to do something slightly different. So we thought, we know that, entrepreneurship is one of the main drivers of growth in this economy. And we wanted to be a little bit more intentional in supporting that space. So we thought, let us create a platform that will give
young entrepreneurs who are doing amazing things. Let's give them visibility. Let's give them structured support that will help them move their business to the next level. So that's what the program was all about.
I'm juxtaposing Enterprise, a big group on the stock exchange, very well accomplished. The young entrepreneur who's starting their journey, what does this connection, or if I may use the word marriage, mean to you?
Okay, so at the risk of repeating myself, I have to say that we recognize that entrepreneurship is what will move this economy. However, we are in the Ghanaian economy and we know, or we have an idea of how challenging it is to run business. So we thought the support that we'll give to these people who really the future of the company or the country depends on, let's give them some structured support so that we can make sure that we have a pipeline that will guarantee our future.
Are you praying that one of them will become the next Enterprise?
Absolutely. I will definitely not expect anything less from what we've seen of the kind of people that, the great things that they are doing. Yes.
Bridget, let's come to you. Were you surprised at the quality of entries that we saw among the 24 colleagues that you met?
I wouldn't say I was surprised because I engaged with fellow young entrepreneurs like myself. And for me, it was very competitive. Listening to other young people and getting to know what they are doing, I was like, oh, this is going to be a tough one. So yes, it was very competitive for me. And exciting to also know some things people are doing and a possible partnership that we can do at the end of the day.
So did you guys make friends? I mean, did you make friends among your colleagues?
Yes, I made friends and some potential partners that we yet to explore. Yeah.
Was there any point in the course of the competition where you said to yourself, you know, Bridget, I can win this?
I think that was the shout of victory when they selected the final 10. At that point, when I made it through, I was like, nah, if I have made it through, then the ultimate, I would sail through. So at that point, I felt like, yes.
For the benefit of somebody who doesn't know Bridget,
Okay.
Give us a bit of your background and what you do. They hear Del Soy Milk. And you know, you can pitch, but at that point, people are thinking of scores. So
exactly.
It's possible what you said, but I didn't hear it.
Exactly.
So tell me, in a nutshell, what is Del Soy and what is your story?
Okay, so Del Soy is a food and beverage company located in Cape Coast, where we seek to provide an alternative plant-based for people who are lactating mothers. And I must say my story with Del Soy started with myself in the university. I started Del Soy in my university kitchen, where I'm currently lactose intolerant. So I decided to find an affordable alternative product as compared to the dairy product that we have on the market. So that is what gave birth to Del Soy. And I saw that I'm just not the only one encountering this challenge. There are other people in Ghana, there are other students, there are other lactating mothers, there are other people who are lactose intolerant. So then I decided to start this to solve the real problem that some Ghanaians are facing.
You mentioned campus. What course did you do on campus?
Okay, so my first degree, I read BA Social Science in the University of Cape Coast.
Yeah, and your second degree?
I'm still on it. So I'm doing Master of Commerce in Entrepreneurship and Small Enterprise Development.
Entrepreneurship and small enterprise
Yes,
development.
please.
So that is where you got the intricacies of running a business.
Oh,
because at the
yes.
final stage, I think there's something about what you did showed a deep understanding of disruption, risk, and response.
Absolutely.
Did you find your coursework useful at the peak of the challenge?
Very, very useful and very, very practical. I mean, for me, running the business, we go to school, they teach us the theory bits, and coming back running my business, I try to implement whatever I've been taught by my lecturers, and I see it's working. So for me, some of the questions they asked, I was like, oh, this is actually what I'm practicing, what I was taught in school and I'm practicing. So why not? Let the judges know that I know what I'm about. And yeah.
So you have some small advantage based on what you are learning in school.
Yeah, very small.
Small. Phyllis, are you surprised?
Honestly, I mean, listening to her when she was pitching, this girl knows her stuff. It was so clear. I wasn't surprised when she came out as a winner. No. Solving everyday problems with the resilience and innovation that is actually quite mind-blowing.
Walk me through from the as you sat in, I mean, you sat in throughout every single pitch, every single hour of the recording at a great advantage place. So for you, sitting down watching, just interacting with them, ensuring that they were fed, they were relaxed, they were happy, and then listening to them, what struck you the most?
I think what struck me was the level of creativity that these individuals were exhibiting. So creativity and listening to their stories, it was clear that there were so many challenges, things that we often overlook, sitting in our corporate towers, and these people are just bouncing back after every challenge. The resilience is what struck me. Creativity and resilience, yes.
My high point was seeing the group CEO and the executives of the enterprise come to interact with them. I thought that was very, very, very useful for young people to see the CEOs that they see on TV, hear them once in a while, come and sit with them, talk with them, interact with them. I thought that was a nice touch from enterprise for the purpose.
But it was very useful for the CEOs as well. So, as I said, sometimes you tend to sit in your corporate tower and you're sort of removed from what's going on. And so for our group executives, interacting with these young people showed a different side of world, and it gave us hope in Ghana. Yeah.
Let me come to you, Bridget. So how did you feel hanging out with the group CEO, the MDs of Transitions, Acacia, Enterprise Trustees, Properties, all the Enterprise Life, Enterprise Insurance, all the MDs that came through? How did that resonate with you?
For me, I must say it was very exciting and motivating as well. And there's one thing that clicked me, that I'm actually on the right path. And if I continue, there are bigger people like the people from the Enterprise Group that came that I'm going to interact with, and also share what Delso is all about to them. So for me, it was exciting and something to tell me that I should keep on with what I'm doing, and I'm actually on the right track. So it was very exciting seeing them and interacting with them.
Tell me what happened when you go back to Cape Coast. Was there a procession?
I mean,
how was it when you go back?
So for this particular challenge, I didn't really tell a lot of people I was applying for such. So it was after we made it to the first thing, and then I informed them that, okay, watch out, something is coming to Cape Coast. Oh, I one train. So yes, it was very, 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 very exciting for people, our team, and all that, and all those people who have been rooting for us, and we're very, very excited.
How did your staff, your volunteers and staff that work with you, how did they feel?
Oh, Delso, we know you can do it, and you didn't let us down. So yeah, they were very excited.
And then your lecturers and your students, your colleagues.
You know our lecturers, especially when they teach us something in class and see that, our students are implementing that out there, they were super excited and proud of Delso. Yeah.
You know what, Phyllis? Years ago, I got a call from a lecturer in the University of Ghana who passed not too long ago. Wow. And he reached out because the university had initiated a program for entrepreneurship. At that time, it wasn't fashionable. In fact, there was no regular full-time entrepreneurship course as far as I could see in any of the universities. But the developments on the world stage were beginning to push universities that they must have an entrepreneurship program that everyone must go through as a compulsory requirement.
Right.
So they scheduled groups of students to do entrepreneurship. And this lecturer felt, you know what, let's not even do it classroom entrepreneurship. Let's go and bring practitioners. And I was in business in those days, and so they brought me to handle a 12-week entrepreneurship. So I was responsible for curriculum. I had written a book then on building your dream business, and I loved it. We had great times, but the class was huge. I mean, I don't know if your class is very big.
Yes.
About how many people?
So for UCC, every student is compulsory to take an entrepreneurship course. So that's about, like, we can have a class of 200 plus.
Oh, I had more than that. I probably had about 500 or so.
Oh
in
my
the
God.
Central cafeteria. But I had a good time.
Wow.
But the funniest part of it, I must say, was that when I was wrapping up, and I felt I had given them everything I knew, wrapped up in 10 exciting lectures. In the revision one, I asked them, any questions on how to start a business? Any questions? They watched me and they said, so the exam will be multiple choice. I still my enjoying memory that after all I taught them, they were more interested in the exam. Will they pass or will they fail? Do you think sometimes you make exams too much of an emphasis?
Yes, I think so.
So they're pointed to know whether to be multiple choice.
Yeah.
But I had a good time. I didn't start with them. It was a proficiency rather than an exam-based course. But I just was very amused at how they prioritize that one over the business.
Oh dear.
So let me come to you, Bridget. What would you do now that you are the ultimate winner? How will that help Del Soy go to the next level?
Like I said during the page, the product is there. How to get it to the consumers is actually a challenge that we face as a business. So with the support from Enterprise Group and then Springboard Roadshow Foundation, we're going to ensure that Del Soy has different distributors in places like Accra, Kumasi, Takoradi. So now we are taking the product to the people. So Ghana should watch out, and then, yes, they should watch out and locate Del Soy in the nearest shop around them.
You know what? From us here at Springboard, we can only say congratulations to you. And it's just a proud moment to see a young woman pursuing your postgraduate degree, step out with your small business, and then pitch it and win and say you're investing in growing that business. And so we can only pray that it becomes as big as you want it to be. Phyllis, what would you say to Bridget as she takes leave of us?
Congratulations,
Thank you
Bridget.
very
You made
much,
us
ma'am.
so proud.
Thank you very
I'm
much,
not
ma'am.
surprised. And we're wishing you all the best.
Thank you,
Just
too.
keep in mind that Enterprise, we've got our eyes on you.
Got our eyes on you too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so that is the first part of this show. We'll take a break. When we come back, I'm going to introduce the second placed and the third placed, two incredible young businesses. And so we'll be welcoming onto the show Ernest Sampong Darko of Darko. Ernest was amazing. And of course, Emmanuella Yayra Ameevor of Orave Juices. And they will tell us their story and their journey. And then you, watching us and listening to us, you made this happen. We'll find out from you the whole process. What did it tell you about your own idea? What did it tell you about young people in Ghana? What did it tell you about Enterprise Group? And what did it tell you about the future of this country? Please don't go away.
Going to the library. Going to the library.
Okay.
I'm going for my graduation. Go well.
Education changes stories, and being part of these stories is the real passion for us. MTN.
No stress. Submit your insurance claim online in just seconds on the Claims Express portal. Simply upload your national ID, cost estimates, pictures, and more to get started. Submit online, track progress, and get paid fast. Skip the paperwork and get back on the road with ease. Visit claimexpress.enterprisegroup.net.gh for easy claims and quick payouts with absolutely no stress.
Enterprise, your advantage.
Welcome back to Springboard, your virtual university, and to this conversation post the Enterprise Spotlight as we bring in our
incredible winners and find out what they have been to or what they've been up to, what they do, and how we can support their businesses. This is brought to you by the Enterprise Group, MTN Ghana, and the Ghana Growth Program, a collaboration between MasterCard Foundation and Springboard. And these are our partners. Of course, the Virtual Invest is brought to you by the Springboard Roadshow Foundation, and these are our partners, as I mentioned. So I have in the studios two of our overall winners, Ernest and Emmanuella. Let me start with how you even heard about the Enterprise Spotlight. Ernest, let's start with you.
Okay, thank you very much. So I first saw it on the Enterprise Group official page on LinkedIn. Initially, when I first saw it, I thought it was something related to insurance. So after watching the first video, I later saw it on the Ghana Growth page on LinkedIn. So I went through the video again and realized, no, it's not related to insurance, but rather Enterprise, as part of their 100 years anniversary, is doing this competition to give startups or SMEs the platform to showcase their business for.
What did you think about the idea?
It was a fantastic idea because at least for Enterprise to think about startups as SMEs, about what we are doing for them to give us the platform to also say something about our business for funding and also mentorship was really resonating when I saw it.
All right.
So I quickly jumped into it and tendered in an application.
Ernest, and your company is Dark Pro.
Yes.
Ernest Sampong Darko,
Sure.
and you run Dark Pro.
Sure.
So tell us what does Dark Pro do?
Sure. So Darko is an agribusiness company which is into the production of plant-based protein supplements, specifically for the poultry, aquaculture, and livestock industry. So we realized that feed cost, which is 70%, constitutes 70% of the cost of
Please
production.
don't pitch. You have pitched. Pitch. Tell me, did you rehearse a bit, small bit? Because I'm just watching you guys and I'm like, Charlie, some of you are presenting as if if they press pause and they press pause again, you continue with the same view. Did you guys prepare for the pitch?
Yes, we really prepared. But once, as a business, once you are put on the spot, you should be able to say something about it.
Some people don't know that. So what problem are you solving in Ghana?
Okay, so we are solving the problem of high feed costs, especially the protein sources. Realize that smallholder farmers in the poultry space are facing the challenge of high cost of the protein source, that's the soybean and the fish meal, because 70% of it are imported into the country. So the smallholder farmers in the rural areas are not able to afford it. So we realize that we need to also have alternatives, not compromising on quality, so that based on the purchasing power of the smallholder farmer, they can also afford the protein supplements to add to their corn and also the wheat meal to get a complete feed for their chicks.
I'll come back to you for a deeper understanding of what you do. Let me come to you, Emmanuella. Emmanuella Yayra Ameevor.
Thank you.
What's the meaning of Yayra, and what does Orave juices do?
Okay, so thank you. Yayra is the Ever name for blessing, and Orave is into the production of natural juices, probiotic drinks, and organic fertilizers using a circular production model.
So is there a relationship between your business and NS business? Fertilizers and feed. Is there a relationship?
There could be.
There could be. Did you have conversations with your colleagues about potential partnerships while you were together?
Yes. I spoke to, I've forgotten his name, but we were in the top 10 together, and he spoke about taking some of my waste from the pineapple juice production. He said, in case I grow, or when I grow, and the waste becomes bigger than I can handle, he would like to offload some from my hands. And I thought that was a great idea.
So how did it feel, you competing and also exploring collaboration?
I think generally all the participants were cool, in the sense that you didn't feel like you were competing with them. Like everybody was there to network, to make good use of the time that we are there. I mean, you not win every competition, but there's a connections you make along the way that really, spell the way of your progress.
How did you hear about the Spotlight?
Much like Ernest, I learned it from Ghana Growth. So I did a little research into it, and I saw it, as Enterprise doing some kind of corporate social responsibility and this really great objective that they had. And I thought,
let Oravia apply and see what the Lord does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what? I like that. You say, I may not win, but let me apply
Exactly.
and see so what did the Lord do?
The Lord gave me 3rd place.
Charlie.
Yeah.
How did you feel?
It was a bit. Okay, so before I applied, I knew once I got it that I was going to win something. Like,
Why?
if I enter competitions, I win.
Oh, then I'll watch you. I'll watch you. Emmanuella. Everything that you enter, you win.
Exactly. I may not be the first or the second, but I would definitely be part of the top something. So going into it, I knew for sure. First 3, I'm part of it.
Wow. And you were so cool, but you knew you win.
Cool. I knew I would win.
So along the line, as the competition progressed and you heard the various entries by your competitors, was your faith shaking small or
a little?
A little. Charlie, who gave you palpitations?
BioWax.
BioWax.
I met them from KIC. KIC businesses are strong. They don't come to play. So when I saw her, I was like, Lord, don't fail me. And he didn't.
Wow. I was quite impressed, not just by the products and solutions, but also the confidence with which the various promoters were presenting their ideas. Tell me, from where you sit, Emmanuella, how critical is it for the entrepreneur to be able to pitch your idea?
Very, very critical. Because as with the release of the episodes, I remember people came to me and they spoke about businesses that had very strong potential and had been succeeding outside Ghana, but the person speaking wasn't able to sell or explain the product to the judges. So if the judges don't get it, and the judges could be consumers, any other funder, if they don't get it, they can't buy into your business. So it's very, very good or very important that as a founder, you can pitch the business for people to buy into.
And you will recommend it for everyone who runs a business?
100%.
Well, if you just joined us, this is the special edition, close-out edition of the Enterprise Spotlight, and Emmanuella Yayra Ameevor is saying that not just for Rabbit Juices, but for anyone running a business, when the spotlight falls on you, you must be able to pitch. And I was earlier on, Ernest of Darko was telling me that, listen, it's almost like you are permanently in pitch mode, because once the camera falls on you, it's almost like they press play. Sure. Do you find that sometimes it's almost as if you were literally waiting to be sparked like a car engine?
Yes, once, as I indicated earlier, once the spotlight is on you, and as Emmanuella was saying, as a businessman, any opportunity you get to say something about your business, you should be able to maximize the opportunity to also say something about it, because you might not know the person you are speaking to is a potential investor or has an opportunity for you. So it's something we all have to brace ourselves for it. Any opportunity we get, whether prepared or not prepared, at least you should be able to sell your product or market your business to a potential investor or possibly a collaborator or a connector or this.
When you applied, Emmanuella says, as for her, dear, be warned. Once she enters, she has put herself on one of the seats and left 2 for you.
Sure.
Ernest, did you at any point feel that you were a likely winner?
Winner, yes. So there's this conversation about me. Anytime I'm entering into the conversation, Vince Lombardi once says something, that perfection is not attainable, but always strive for perfection. In case you don't get perfection, you can catch excellence. So anytime I'm entering into competition, and as Paul even said, competitions are part of our lives. One way or the other, you might face competitions, and it's normal. So when I was entering, my target or my minimum was that I should be in the top 10 minimum, but the target was for the top was as the perfection. But in case I don't get the perfection score, I should be part of the excellence score.
Hey.
It's really resonated.
Wow. So let's start with the top 10. When your name was mentioned, the top 10, Charlie, was real. I mean, yes. the way the revealing of the top 10 was done, did it create more tension?
It was very, very tensious, because you even though you put in much effort, but the procedure was very, very tensious, because you pick it and you don't know, but others have seen.
Our production team is very wicked.
Yeah.
That was Nana Abang cruising at his worst. Very troublesome guy.
Yeah.
He says, Charlie, let them open their thing and show it to us. We will see, but they will see. Can you imagine?
So they will know, but you will not see until you tell it, and the feeling is very, very exceptional. So when I think I was about the last 4 to pick, so I think it was left with 3 more slots. But we were 4, so I had the greatest conviction that since it's left with 4, and looking at the efforts I put in the first round, I was very, very optimistic that I'll be part of the top 10. But the procedure made it a bit tenuous, honestly speaking.
Emmanuel, did you feel the same way about the top 10 unveiling procedure?
Very, very tense.
It was one of the craziest parts of the program, wasn't it?
Yes, because you have to take it and then 10, and then you have to look at the audience. You have to know if they are clapping because you made it. Or if they are clapping because you didn't, but like they have to cheer for you.
And you know the funny thing? The people who got the green also won because they essentially got 5,000.
Yes.
But everybody wanted the 10. Exactly. So you wanted a lighter color, you wanted the cream to know that you got 10.
The cream.
So I was watching your face straight when you picked. What was going on in your mind?
God, don't fail me.
Hey, God is under pressure.
Yes. I remember sitting on the seat, I was like, Lord, you didn't bring me this far.
So you're praying?
I was praying.
With your eyes open?
Yes.
Wow. So when you turned it and you saw it, what do you say? Lord, thank you. All right, so this is another aspect of the Enterprise Spotlight where you get to hang out with those who went through to just find out the feeling behind the feeling. And I'm finding out that people who were smiling weren't smiling at all. Some were praying, some were binding. What they were binding, only they know. But Ernest Sampong Darko, is that it?
Yes.
Of Dark Pro and Emmanuella Yayra Ameevor of Rabbit Juices are giving us the inside filler about sitting down and watching the numbers unfold and then being selected for the top 10. Let's go now to the final 3. As for the top 10, I told the judges I don't envy them at all because all 10 were good, extremely good. So now the top 3. When they picked and you saw that you went, and the top 3, I can tell you, I saw the process of selection. It was that close. When you saw that you were in, how did you feel, Ernest?
I was extremely happy because during the top 10 questions, you know, the questions are put in a bowl, so you don't know how the questions will go. But as the name depicts, shotgun. So it's a shotgun where at the spot you need to bring the best out of you, bring the fire in your belly to answer the question. So in my case, the question was about, in case I do thousands of production and it goes bad, why withdraw the product from the market?
Wow, it's a tough question.
It's a tough question, and at least looking at the investment you've put into the production. But one thing which resonated with me is that at least the final consumer, even though we are producing for animals, we shouldn't compromise on quality. Because the final consumers are human beings because they take the eggs and the meats that comes out from the animals. So we shouldn't just mere say that because we are giving it to animals, we should compromise on quality. Yes, definitely, on ethical grounds, we need to withdraw the product and maintain the integrity of our company. So Prof was like, are you sure you are going to lose the millions? I said, yes, Prof. We need to withdraw so that we ensure that we care about the consumers. So we have to withdraw the product. And I maintained my conviction that yes,
I like that. And because of the 2 organizations behind the spotlight, the main one being Enterprise Group, and then the technical partners being Springboard, both of them very big on ethics. That answer was a game-changing answer, and it's the reason why you made it to the final. Absolutely. So it was a good one. In fact, you've earned yourself a story. So I'll tell you what, in my days in printing, one of our biggest clients, we printed a book for them, and Emmanuella and Ernest. We did everything right. Nothing, no negligence, nothing. But there was a corruption of the software, instant corruption of the software. And I don't know how to explain it to you, but the printing process involved a movement from the finished design to what was called color separation. At that point, the software corrupted, and every T became L. It was not crossed. And every I, the dot didn't come. And for some reason, it meant that the whole book, the words were different from, and that order was one of the biggest. It was 10,000 copies.
Wow.
And the book was launched with fanfare, and people bought the book. And then I started getting calls. And I called the client and said, are you also getting these calls? And the client said, yes. And I said, we apologize profusely. I mean, it's nothing that we had anticipated. Sure. And the client asked, so what's the way forward? We said, it's not your fault. You ordered a perfect book. We didn't deliver a perfect book. And even though it's not our fault, we are responsible for the quality that you ordered. Ernest, Emmanuella, we had to withdraw 10,000 copies of the book. Wow. And then we offered to help with the replacement process, set up a desk at the place where the people bought, and they bring the defective ones and collect the new one, and we trashed all the bad ones, cut them so that they wouldn't enter the market again. But something happened. The week after that, in an audience that had thousands present in person and several more watching online, the client stood on stage and said, I've spoken about business integrity for years, but today I have a good example about business integrity, and asked myself and Comfort to stand up. And the response gave us more in terms of value, reputation, and business than whatever we lost giving away 10,000 or cutting and destroying 10,000 books. I want to assure you that that stand will prosper you in the years ahead. So a clap for Ernest. How does it make you feel?
Well, I feel very ecstatic. Yeah. So I had to be firm on my
challenge. You didn't lose that. Let me come to you, Ravi. But also in the story. Yeah. You know my stories are finished. But tell me, what was your question for the top 10? The top 10. What was the question when you pick from the bowl?
My question was, if you get an order from a client and it's beyond your capacity and beyond, I think, the time, would you still take the order? And I said no. For the reasons, part of the reasons Ernest gave is quality. If it's beyond my capacity, I won't be able to produce at the quality I produce now, because I want to get things done faster and give you the amount that you want. But in the end, you the consumer will not get what Oravi delivers. You get probably a watered down version or a version that isn't right. And because of that, I wouldn't want to give it to you, otherwise it would destroy Oravi's name on you. Sure, you'd get your drinks for your events or something, but after that, what next? You might say yes to gain the client, but you end up losing the client because your product is not right with that.
So you probably have to start networking to find
Yes, I did.
Competitors or partners that deliver quality close to what Oravi has, so that when you get orders that are bigger than you, you can collaborate with and them. Not let the order go away. But as of now, you have not found that yet. So you would have let it go.
I also said I would negotiate to see if I could get like a longer time so I could get those people on board. And after the questioning, speaking with the rest of the participants, I found out about a lady at Nsawam who does that. So I'm planning a trip to go and see her and see if
there you go.
That can be. It's the networking.
Okay. You've ended the story. Let me tell you what. Yeah. You just couldn't have allowed Ernest to get a story alone. So let me tell you a story as well. I'll tell you what, in my days, before even my days in printing, this was in the early 90s. I had finished university and I was doing some business with Rattan. Yeah, I'm quite old. Early 90s. Okay. But don't tell anyone. So I was doing this business with rattan products, wall hangings framed with rattan or cane, as you guys call it, or bamboo, as you call it, but it's actually rattan. And it was quite an exciting thing that we were doing. And so for that reason, I used to hang out with those who do cane products and baskets, fine, small fittings made of cane and rattan. And then these friends of mine got, I'm talking about capacity, these friends of mine got a big invitation to go to the United States with the Ghana Export Promotion Council. They came jubilating. They said our lives will never be the same again. It was big. And they went to the US, and I was checking on my friend to see, Charlie, those times I was so excited for them because when they were going, they told me when they come back, I will see the difference. And I was very happy for them. So when they came back, I went to the place. Those times it was behind what is now Golf House. There used to be a group of cane producers in those places. Now they've all been occupied by different buildings. But so I went there and I said, guys, how did it go? And I could see that they were not as excited as they were before they went. You know what happened? When they got there, they didn't go to the small mom and dad shops. They went to Walmart's, Sears and Roebuck, JC Penney. These companies have 20,000 shops, 40,000 shops, and so on. And those times, there was not a lot of online orders. So it meant that if they are stocking a product, there must be one in each shop or two, and some in the warehouse, so that if somebody orders. So they asked my friend, sample number 2A, if you want 40,000, how soon can you deliver? Hey, imagine somebody asking you about 40,000 cartons of rabbit juice. My friend said, huh? Did you say 400? He says 40,000. I mean, they were confused. None of them came back with an order. They came back with confused minds. Hey, are there people who buy 40,000? And you know, as the guys kept probing and asking, are you not ready? Didn't you come here to look for business? They asked them, how many hectares of cane have you planted in your country? And that was the problem. Even the raw material where it was growing, it was not cultivated. They said in the Philippines, they can come and they've done 20,000 hectares. That's like the whole of a region or a town. You pick it from the wild in the western region and bring it by train. You are not in the game. So capacity is a big one. And as you go, please explore what happens when somebody gives you an order 100 times the size of what you can possibly deliver. Let me come to you.
Sure.
Ernest,
Sure.
Last one. When you answered the final question, and I remember that question so well because that question, sorry, but it was my question. That was the question I said. The question about if you had to travel.
Sure.
What would you do to ensure that when you came back? So I had a very key, I know what everyone said word for word. And I can tell you from the marking scheme what you could have added to your answer.
Yes.
But tell me, the question about if you had to travel, what would you do to ensure that the business ran till you came?
Yes.
In your answer, you did very well, but all your answers were in one box. Communication. You will communicate with the suppliers, you will communicate with the 2IC, you will communicate with your this, and you didn't spend time talking about the raw material and the process and any other thing that would have also been done to ensure that the operations ran continuously.
Exactly.
That was the small thing. Otherwise, you were in a very good place. But do you understand?
I get.
Is the feedback helpful?
Yeah, it's very helpful. So I went to research into the question.
And you found out what I
Yes,
said?
I found that.
Okay, so you did a good answer, but the answer was in one, literally in one box. How will you communicate in terms of delegation? But the resource side, the financial side, and other parts of the matrix were left out. But tell me, so you went back to, where are you based?
I'm based at Adesso, in the eastern region.
When you went back, how did you feel? Did you get calls?
Yeah, I get a lot of calls. I got a lot of calls. The first call came from my former boss at where I had my national service, down west, Sege. So I was there one Sunday morning and said, I got a call. It's been a long time I heard from him. So I got a call and he said, Ernest, I've seen you, Ghana Springboard. I've seen your image. And I even told one of the guys that I know this guy. He did his national service at that down west. I was very, very ecstatic.
Right.
And later on, I saw the image also posted on our church page, and I could really feel that, yes.
Did you feel like you were representing a whole community?
Whole church, and the entire church members were very, very
Charlie, why you go and pay title? Go back and make sure that at least the church benefits from giving you morale.
And my senior high school too, they posted it on the page. My junior high school.
Hey, the whole community.
Yes.
Charlie, you're an ambassador.
I got a lot of calls also.
Wonderful.
Friends and relatives. And
excellent. Emmanuella, let's find out from you. When the final question was thrown at you, what would you do if you traveled and had to leave your business? What would you do to ensure that you came back to meet it intact? Did the question take you off guard a bit?
Very.
Yes.
Very off guard. I was like, wow, I never thought of it. I've never thought of it.
But you learned something.
Yes, I learned something from...
You had been good throughout. And so even though that question was not ultimately your best, it was clear that you had your business on point and you knew what you were doing. So it was not even about who was first, second, or third. The joy of knowing that if you face a situation that you didn't know or you had not encountered before, you still could hold your own was quite fulfilling. And you said, still, I made it into the top 3.
The making it was guaranteed.
Hey, so tell me, when you got back, how did you feel? What did they say? Did you get calls from relatives and friends saying,
Yeah, I got calls from my boss. I got calls from my friends. The most people were surprised because they thought I was just making pineapple juice. So they're like, when we started, when it came out, like, pineapple juice, where are you going? Like, we are talking about big innovators over here. But then when they watched it, they were like, oh, wow, this is what you are doing. Can I join? Can I help you with this? Would you like to get a deal with Melcom? I was like, oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Potential clients.
Oh. I was so shocked.
So you created awareness about your business.
Yeah, I created a lot
That's as
of
valuable
awareness.
as getting the money.
Exactly. So you got 2 for 1.
2 for 1. All right, so closing thoughts for Enterprise Group, and then also for young people trying to pitch out their ideas. What will you say to close from your end?
To Enterprise Group, thank you so much for this opportunity. I know I said I would win, but it was still very nerve-wracking, and I still learned a lot from it. I hope you continue to do that, because there are a lot of other entrepreneurs who are struggling to get money to bring the ideas and solve problems. And to the entrepreneurs, it's hard, but once you put yourself out there, as you said, learn in places where you don't know and keep growing, you'll get there eventually. And there are companies like this who are willing to help you, so just make yourself available.
Actually, I'm watching you from the eyes of the group CEO and the MDs as you make this very passionate appeal to them. I'm sure they're saying, this girl is worrying us. Phyllis will come back in a few minutes. I'm sure that will be the first thing she'll say. The way she said it, she's putting us in the corner. Let me come to you, Ernest Sampong Darko of Dark Pro. Sure. Tell me, what will be your message to Enterprise and also to other young people trying to pitch out their ideas?
As Emmanuella said, we are most grateful, extremely grateful to Enterprise Group for instituting this competition, and also to Springboard Roadshow Foundation for being the main orchestrators and organizers of the competition. It's a great platform. One thing I would say is that this is very different because of the procedure. You don't look on any slides to present. You bring out the best in you from within you at a spot. And the space. My first time going through a competition with that procedure, and it's really a nice feeling. And I'm most grateful to the organizers for putting in that structure. And I pray that it continues like that in the next episode.
It's your prayer and your next episode.
Because it offers a great value of opportunity for entrepreneurs to bring out the best in the end. The opportunities they might not even get in other competitions, at least. The procedure is very good, especially the shotgun.
Are you a better person as a result of this exposure?
Yes, the exposure is very great, especially the top 10 procedure in the final. At least you pick from a box at a spot you have to answer, bring out, crack your brain, and bring whatever answer you
feel more confident about the future?
Yeah, very, very confident about the future. It has given us a great platform to showcase our business, to say something about our business. And we, as Emmanuella said, yes, we've gotten calls from potential investors who are reaching out, and it's very great. I recommend it for every budding entrepreneur, every aspiring startup to hop into it in the next episode to apply. To apply and get opportunity to also experience the shotgun.
The shotgun. You keep talking about the shotgun. All right, so you heard it all. I'm sure these guys could be here all day, all night. And Ernest Sampong Darko of Dark Pro sharing his experience. He came the second place in the contest with an amount of 80,000 cedis, and then also a year of mentoring for his business, as well as exposure. And he says that exposure is working out already because people are calling, potential partners are calling. And then we have Emmanuella Yayra Ameevor of Orave Juices, who says her friends now know she does more than just juice. People are calling about distribution opportunities, partnership opportunities. And she says she knew that as for her, when she enters something, she has to be in the final and she has to win something. And it came to pass. Glory to God. So thank you, Emmanuella. Thank you, Ernest, for making time with us. We'll take a minute's break. When we come back, I'm going to bring back Phyllis to say, now after all the voices heard, the prophecies made, and the thoughts shared, and the appreciation shared, how does Enterprise Group really feel about rolling out the carpet for young people to walk on and feel like royalty? Please don't go away.
No stress. Submit your insurance claim online in just seconds on the Claims Express portal. Simply upload your national ID, cost estimates, pictures, and more to get started. Submit online, track progress, and get paid fast. Skip the paperwork and get back on the road with ease. Visit claimexpress.enterprisegroup.net.gh for easy claims and quick payouts with absolutely no stress.
Enterprise, your advantage.
Welcome back to Springboard, your virtual university, and to the concluding moments of this post-event wrap-up of the Enterprise Spotlight. Springboard, your virtual university, is brought to you by the Springboard Ratio Foundation in partnership with Enterprise Group, who are running the Enterprise Spotlight, Enterprise Your Advantage, MTN Ghana, and the Ghana Growth Program, a collaboration between Mastercard Foundation and Springboard. Our media partners, Joy 99.7 FM, Joy News Television, the Springboard channel on YouTube, and of course, the graphic group of newspapers. So you just heard from the 3 overall winners, Bridget Eshun, all the way from Cape Coast, representing Del Soy Milk. The overall winner won 100,000 Ghana cedis plus a year of mentoring and exposure for her business. Second place was Ernest Sampong Darko of Dark Pro, and he won 80,000 Ghana cedis plus the same package of mentorship and then also exposure. And the third was Emmanuella Yayra Ameevor. She represents Orabe Juices, and she won 50,000 Ghana cedis and then also a year of mentoring as well as exposure. They're telling us that already people are calling, people are asking, and potential partners are emerging. That's the whole idea, and it was made possible by the kind courtesy of the Enterprise Group. And so to wrap up, I have back with me Phyllis Woode-Nartey, Group Head, Communications and Synergies, smiling and for good reason. Phyllis, tell me,
Wow.
having done it now, how do you feel as Enterprise Group? Give us a sense of what the team, the Enterprise team, is saying about this intervention.
We are so impressed by the quality of the applicants, the quality of the ideas, the output. I mean, as technical partners, Springboard, you guys were fantastic. You've gone above and beyond. So our response right now is, wow. This was really, really good. And we are very, very happy with what we've seen. Very happy.
Thank you. And I'll tell you what, from our perspective at Springboard, everything young people is us. And it was just amazing to see the final 3 and how well they sold their ideas. Even now, I mean, it's almost like they are in perpetual pitching mode. Can you tell the guy to cool down a bit? That even they should end up pitching at church, at work, everywhere they go pitching.
Wow.
They come across as being very, very focused. And for you, sitting at the Enterprise Group, what does it do for you, seeing how focused they are, even while building a small business with all the challenges that come with it? What does their focus tell you?
You see, Enterprise is no different from any other person. When I say we like to be associated with good things, and this associating with the caliber of people that we have in this country has been a fantastic experience for us. It makes us feel good that we are doing something that is worthwhile. We've listened to the ideas that they've come up with, the things that they are doing, and we are really, really hopeful that this program will really make an impact in the lives and the businesses of the individuals who've interacted with us. And, you know, it's just going to move things to the next level. We are very happy.
A word for the judges that did such a tremendous job. I mean, Professor Robert Ibohinson, Comfort Ocran, Violet Amwabing, and then Michael Usasari. What would you say about how they ran the competition?
First of all, I have to say once again, Springboard, we could not have chosen better judges. I think if we had searched high and low, we could not have come up with a better 4 suited to this program. And they did an excellent job. I did not envy them at all.
No,
I sat throughout watching and thinking, thank God I'm not on this panel. Because it was, the ideas, the quality, it was so confusing, you know, choosing before. But they were able to drill down and get to the point, and then based on that, award the marks, while also encouraging those who didn't, you know, quite hit the mark. I mean, they did a fantastic job. Thank you. Thank you so much, judges. I'm sure you are listening. we are forever indebted. Great job. Yes.
Right. So you know what? The biggest part for me of this is that originally the mentoring was meant for the final 3. Then it went to the final 10. Then it went to the final 24. By the time we finished, there was some form of support for all the 468 people. And you were on the call with them the last time, and just seeing them feel grateful that even we took time to actually reach out to them and connect them on a call to continue the relationship. I think that's very key to build these connections with the young people. And believe me, if you saw Del Soy, Dark Pro, or Ravi 10 years from now, and they won something and they're on the stage in Switzerland or some World Bank something, you say, oh, this will we put them on the platform and they will be indebted to you for the rest of their lives.
Yes.
Before we go, you heard it. Before we go, you heard it. This was designed as a one-off, originally to mark your centenary, and then 2 years of planning eventually came out, and as you see, much bigger than was originally planned. But in all their sign-ups, they kept saying, so next year I'll apply again, and they will encourage all other young people to apply next year. Did they put pressure on you?
They did. I'm sitting here feeling very, very, very pressured because, as you said, this was originally conceived as a one-off program. But having said that, as I said, the sentiments internally very, very, very positive. So let's just say we are monitoring. We want to see how it really impacts how their lives and their businesses, how the mentoring will pan out, and then who knows? Yes.
Yeah, who knows is very powerful. Who knows? Who knows? All right.
Yes.
So Phyllis Woode-Nartey is the group head of synergies and communication at the Enterprise Group. She's literally been the nerve center of the operation and building a bridge between Springboard and the entire leadership team of the Enterprise Group, and she's done an incredibly good job of that. And Phyllis, thanks for not just our friendship, but also how well you did this intervention. I mean, compared to what was designed, the outcome, even from us, was very, very, very different in a positive way from what was designed.
Thank you.
And we can only say thank you to you, to Team Enterprise, to the group CEO for personally. His interest was quite touching.
Yeah.
And he said to me, Albert, I wish you could do more. I mean, for all that you've done, to say you wish you could do more, for me, it was quite revealing. All right, to you out there, I hope that this interaction, being the fourth of a number of such interactions around the Enterprise Spotlight, has strengthened your resolve to first conceive a great idea, believe in the idea, polish the idea, pitch the idea. As Emmanuella said, as for pitching, I'll pitch you, and I will believe. I think that's a good idea. Pitch and believe. Who knows? Phyllis says, who knows? Charlie, who knows? So Phyllis, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
Yes.
It's been an absolutely pleasure. Journey has been fantastic.
Right. And so on the wings of the who knows, you could be back here this time as a winner the next time a conversation is held about an opportunity. As you know, opportunities, they are bound plenty. So who knows, the next opportunity showcase what you are doing to the world out there or the world at large. This has been brought to you, or this intervention has been brought to you by the Springboard Roadshow Foundation in partnership with our friends at the Enterprise Group. And the Virtual University is also supported by MTN Ghana and the Ghana Growth Program, a collaboration between the Mastercard Foundation and Springboard. Let me say a big thank you to Joy 99.7 FM, our media partners, Joy News Television, and the Graphic Group of newspapers, as well as the Springboard channel on YouTube. My name, as always, Albert Ocran, saying God bless you, and God bless you.
He's a turnaround. Whoa, whoa. Turn around.